Hello!
Hello, Dan.
Hello there, jammers. It's the time for another wonderful podcast.
That sounds all good, yeah.
Hurrah! It's wunderbar.
What's your number, podcast?
Number 8, Achtung? I don't even know, it's crazy.
It's not 9.
It's not 9, no. So, Herrs und Fraus, willkommen to another wonderful time in the podcast space.
Puddingcasting und James.
Und Dan. Hey, buddy.
Hi.
Number 18.
Oh.
We're approaching 20 Town. It's a delicious thing.
20 times is a delicious thing.
What am I drinking tonight? I forgot what it is.
Cool.
Oh, Kahlua. I'm drinking Kahlua.
Oh, I've got a nice blend of virgin cider.
Virgin cider.
Yeah.
It's apple juice.
Well, it's a bit of a fizzy one.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Now you gotta.
Apple juice is
You want to let it breathe first. You
Yeah.
don't want to take it too tart otherwise. A bit strong on the old tongue.
apple tart.
Apple tart. Mine and strudel. Okay, so it's cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs.
We kind of fucked it because we should have done cats and dogs early. We've done some really obscure shit before we did cats and dogs, and we also did wine and whiskey, which is in the title of the podcast in separate weeks, like a bunch of bellends. You can tell there's not a huge amount of planning goes into this, but I still feel like we've got a lot of things to talk about otherwise, you know?
Yeah.
We've got some strong stuff.
Well, we think of lots of different subjects. We had polls. We had polls. We used to put polls out, but now the Book of Faces has stopped us from doing that. So our adoring fans can't vote for him anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can, but you have to use the app. I think you can under the website if to use the app, but we've never done it in time. But still, I don't know. I think I've got to get on different social medias. I think maybe Facebook's for old people. I think maybe we're too. Do you know what I mean? I feel like maybe I'm a little bit of an old bastard.
I can't use the other ones. I get so confused.
I TikTok. I do some stuff, but I don't create. I don't contribute. I just look at it.
Only with the band stuff, I like it and I'll share it, but that's it.
Me and the missus sat in bed the other night for like 3/4 of an hour and just each on our phones on TikTok. Like we were going to read and we just looked at TikTok for like 3/4 of an hour, and I think the dog was like lying between us and he was getting like a little. We struck dead. That was it. That was a whole. That we should have gone to bed or read, and we just were like TikTok, and it was like. And I can't say I regret it, if I'm completely honest, although it is definitely indicative of the slow decline of our culture and humanity as a whole.
Was it just like video scrolling though?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay.
Well, because it's all disposable content. I mean, like if it's on TikTok, by definition, it's bullshit. Like it won't be there. You know, I've seen some really funny stuff. I've seen some really horrific shit, and I've seen some sexy things too. But I've seen all these things, and they don't. You know, like you watch them, you react, you feel the thing, and then you forget it immediately. It's like no one's ever like, oh, you got to check out this TikTok unless it's for the following day, or like a week later. You're not doing that.
No.
It's like maybe straight afterwards. Like I mean, like a few times in bed, I was like, oh, check this out. And she go, oh, that's good. That cat fell off that wall. I'm like, oh no, it proper fell. Or you know,
it's purely all it is cat things, dog things,
humans doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
And occasionally things like I see all the things it's kind of fucked because I see you see all the messed up stuff. I quite like / hate the true, you know, the harsh nature stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's like because it kind of reminds me that like just before we started press record, literally I got a notification. It was something on TikTok, and I went to check on it, and it just didn't load right because TikTok's crap and it just shits pants. So anyway, I went to the next thing, and it said, "Oh, it did that thing where it said, are you sure you want to see this?" And I'm like, straight away, like, "Of course I do." And it was there's a video I saw a couple of days ago of like two bears that they were at some park and they started fighting, and this was evidently like a while later, and one has very much won, and was being like dissected by the other one. It was like. Oh my god, it was so horrific. And like just a couple of frames of like this bear just like
Cow bear.
mullering the other one. You're like, oh no, that'll stick with me. But of all that stuff, the things that haunt me, genuinely haunt me, isn't the people dying, the animals dying. It's not the awful stuff you see. There's a few animal things that actually have got to me, but generally it's to do with humans. But it's the gym fails.
People don't bend that way.
Leg press.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen that exact same video, and I can't use an incline leg press. Can't do it. I won't do it. I can't even look at other people using it. I walk past it, I get a cold sweat. I mean, like I've been to the gym for a while, but still, it is legitimately haunting.
But see, because I used to like the incline. I can't believe I say it. I used to love incline leg press. Why? Because I can do quite a lot of lifting with my legs. That's because I've had a weight to carry around with my legs quite a lot of life because I'm a bit chunky. So I feel good about it. Like, oh yeah, I can put like the whole rack on. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Then you watch that video, then I'm like, I ain't fucking going on it no more.
Yeah. It always just piss me off when we go gym together, and I do leg press, and I'd kill myself. And you go on there, and you do a full extension. It would move like 3 inches, and I'm like, I had to move like a foot and a half, and it bloody killed. And you're like, strong. It's like you fucker. It's like, oh mate, leverage police. That's not fair. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't hold no grudges.
No.
Because if I did, you'll be able to reach them. Let's face it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll turn off my bell end button. Sorry.
I come to do this podcast.
I know.
To get away from the vicious.
She does give you some shit, doesn't she?
She's not even like 2 inches taller, and that's it. Honesty. Oh, you're short. Oh, you're short. Isn't that? I am short, but yeah.
Well, she know you're shorter than your wife.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I can't. I've got to be kind.
Why?
Because yeah, I've just got to be kind. I've got to be kind.
The alternative is too dark. See, that'll scalp the bitch. So
her hair's too nice.
I actually got told by someone we don't give her enough shit.
Well, that's.
So I don't know. Although, my lady don't get no crap, and I feel like maybe she gets some, just to keep it fair. But I feel like mine's going to kick my ass.
Yeah.
But yours probably won't. Anyway. What if we give each other's wives crap?
I can't. I'm not falling for that trap.
No, okay.
How about right? We
look,
just
dude. Let's just be nice to our ladies.
Yeah.
And then we'll take all our anger out and we'll go to the top of a Brover Pass on a bridge and we'll throw lobsters at open top cars. Because that idea makes me giggle. Because somebody's gonna die. Oh my god, what happened? He crashed into the pylon. There's a lobster on his lap. Why was he driving with a lobster? It's like, that's the 3rd lobster death I've seen this week. McGonagall, let's go sort this out.
Oh dear,
mate, I want to throw lobsters at people. I think there's a market there.
I never wanted to say that until you just said it.
Lobster. They could call it, just call it lobbing.
Oh, lobbing.
Let's go lobbing. And they go, what's lobbing? And I'm like, catch. Oh my god! Yeah. Snip, 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 bitch. All right, put a pin in that.
Yeah.
And we'll put an elastic band around that, and we'll come back to that later.
Cool.
On to Spaff?
Yep.
Und dos Spaffs.
Oh, it's a theme.
Und dos Spaff.
Oh, no, Spaff is scissors. Und dos Spaff. You're broken mine, scissors.
Yeah. We've started. I've got so much better at this because I can predict a bit better now. You started getting me, and I think I'm getting you. Like the last 3 weeks, I think I've won. I'm starting to work you out.
Mate, I'm lulling to full sense of security. I'll give it a few more episodes, then you ain't going to get one more.
Yeah, I reckon that's it. Then crush down. And I reckon you'll get a few weeks of that and you'll feel like you're cock of the walk. And then you'll be a fucktown. That'll be it.
Okay.
Alright, so in case it wasn't obvious, I've got dogs, you got cats.
Yeah.
You pussy.
Pussy cats.
So we're starting with dogs, dog facts. Woof. So, Okay, so I thought I'd start with the most obvious dog fact that everyone fucking knows is the sense of smell thing, right? Because everyone knows that dogs have got an amazing sense of smell compared to humans, because our sense of smell is kind of dog shit, right? But when they look at it, right, so it's not like I think, oh, it's like 5 times as good or 10 times as good. Like no, it's 40 times as good. Like it's like for like they can smell better than. I mean, if you got like 40 people in a row, they could smell. I mean, that's not even relative because it's like the distance and the detail. But yeah, so the area of cells that the brain detects different smells is around 40 times larger. That's how it works. They work out that way. So this just like this means your dog can pick up on way more smells than we ever could. That's why dogs are often used to sniff people, drugs, even money, arms, and explosive. They got there's some fucking dog called Buster. I read about. He got some special award because he went to Iraq and he located all these weapons and explosives, and he saved like literally hundreds of these fucking people were going up, and they're like he just like there were like bombs and stuff, and he'd be like, well, just wait, he'd put up an ear and go like wait, and he'd like allocate all these bombs and shit, and it was just like this one dog, Buster. He got like to say he saved like hundreds of fucking like just regular guys like driving through from these different traps, but yeah, and civilians too, I suppose. But they use medical problems these days, and it's used in more and more cases because, especially after COVID, because people lost their smell. But like that wasn't the reason. They could smell COVID before detection got good with like tests and stuff. They were using dogs to test for COVID. And obviously, you've all heard the thing of like anecdotally, dogs can smell other illnesses and stuff because hormones change, and they can smell just like in your glands, like. Oh, you got cancer, mate, and they'll smell it on you. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. But the dogs that are trained, they've been more and more training dogs to alert people to different smells. So they make them smell like this guy's got kidney failure. This guy's got like I can smell renal failure on this guy, and they'll communicate that because they can learn these. It's fucking crazy the things they can do, and they also they can sniff because in the way dogs are wired, the way their actual plumbing in their nose and stuff is they can breathe, but they can smell. It's like a separate chamber, so they can smell things, and they can literally have like a smell going around past all the smell membranes, whatever the fuck all the actual sensors they have in their nose, and it's like their breathing's going on over here, the smelling's gone over here. It's a different thing, so they can, because they rely on the sense of smell so much to find food and dangers and friends, and but they're all sniffing so much. That's not them breathing. Quite often they'll be breathing with their mouth, and the sniffing, dogs are always doing. That's not their breathing. That's why when we do it, we get winded because that's us breathing, because we don't have like a separate. But they can breathe with their mouth and sniff with their nose at the same time. Go on.
Got a question.
Go on.
Does that mean
Go on.
Dogs would be awesome at saxophone if they can do circular breathing?
They haven't got lips. Sorry.
Okay.
If we could create some sort of like. Lip prosthesis, or I mean that's horrifying. Just image of it straight away is a shit your pants image. Or make a saxophone that works with no lips. That would be better.
I've seen it when they got people give the dog toys, and the dog holds it like a little bit of it, and they've got like full lips and teeth. It's like Jesus fucking Christ, that's not right. But
yeah, the noses are designed to smell, so smells can stay in their nose while air can move in and out of their lungs at the same time, which means they can breathe freely and still work out what the smell is. So they don't lose it, because if you think about it, they're trying to work out what the smell is. If they were constantly having to breathe, the smell would go past those smell sensors, smell cells, whatever you got, I don't know. But yeah, but that's the way they sort of worked. But yeah, it's crazy. Obviously, some dogs are better than others. Dogs that have no snout, like the fucking pugs and shit, they're kind of garbage at it because they've been bred out of them. They've literally been bred out of them because they're like, I want a flat-faced runt piece of shit that doesn't work. So they're like, okay, cool. He won't be able to smell anything. I'm like, mate, if he's alive at all, that's amazing. So yeah, I'm sorry for pug owners, but you shouldn't have bought that abomination. I mean, I feel bad for the dogs, not their fault, but bloody hell, they're just
yeah.
It's like
the bars.
I want my dog to suffer its entire life. Cool, yeah, buy one of these. Oh, cool, they're so cute. My eyes are bigger than my skull. Like all those dogs that I've known, they all have. I've known a few people with pugs, and they always have like horrendous. Like, just every time you hear like, "Oh, my pug's ill," and you go like, "Oh God, what's it got?" And it's never like, "Oh, he's got a sore foot." He never like, "Oh yeah, he trod on some spiky bush or something. He trod on a nail, and now he's got a limp." No, no, no. He's got an ulcer on his eyeball because his eyelids are smaller than his eye, so he can't close them. So he's got an ulcer, and it's had to like cauterize a bit of an eye, and you're like, "Oh my God." You know, and he's like, "Oh, he's in for his third eye surgery." I'm like, "Oh, dude, just kill it, please." It's like, it's so horrible, just like to live like that. Or they always have the breathing issue where they have to like put them in, like they have to calm them down because they get too excited, so they run around and they pass out because they can't regulate their breathing for the amount of. So you're like, it's horrible, it's horrible. Anyway, that was a tangent, but it was dog related still, so that was better than usual.
Dog related.
I won't kick my ass too much. No nut punches for me so far. That was my first doggy fact. That's my biggest one. I've got lots of little ones after that, so I'm gonna just do like I think one or two at a time from now on, just to keep it going. Jimothy, go to you. Go cat me. Meow.
So,
Meow.
talking about, what was your facts about dog smells?
Dog smells. Cat nose. Dog nose.
Dog nose. Do you want a cat smell fact?
Give me a cat nose fact. Let's compete. Let's make them fight. Fight.
Right to the death. So, okay, I've got to stop saying so. Okay.
You say so a lot.
I do too many times.
Do you want me to flick it when you say it?
No, because I won't have anything left. It will be inside. Honestly, it will look like an outie belly button. That's it. It's just... I almost said.
Hadouken.
I like Katsuokas. Oh, so hey, Papa Cha. Me and Bo used to learn them all. Make our. So Raiden diving across the screen. Lovely chocolate bar. Lovely chocolate bar. And I like Katsuokas. I like Katsuokas. Anyway. Liu Kang's bicycle kick. Are you coming to the Valley of the Dead? Are you coming to the Valley of the Dead? Honestly, it all works out. It was, we didn't drink. But, yeah, sorry.
You didn't drink, no. Sobriety times.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can see it. I can see it in your eyes.
I can see it in your eyes. Stop. Anyway, sorry. If you walk in the streets working with your bitches and hoes and got to get that sweet, sweet do-re-mi after a long day, you must be starving. It's impractical for your image to be walking around with a lunch box or a lunch bag on your back. Though it's important that you do not go hungry, because you never know when you're going to have to chase down some sucker. Which is why, here at Jim Jam, we have created cracker snacks. They come with their own individual wrappers that can fit straight in your pocket, and because snacks is spelt with a Z, you know we mean business, and it won't ruin your image. So, turn your ring round on your snapping hand and bitch slap hunger, and let it know not to come back unless it's bringing a pack of Jim Jam cracker snacks. Now, in limited edition, strawberries and cream, alongside classics like Mod Liquor and Harlem Kush. Get you some Jim Jam cracker snacks, spelled with a Z, bitches.
Jim Jam cracker snacks, spelled with a Z.
Dogs smell.
Dogs smell. They do.
Cats smell as well. Cats have an extra organ that allows them to taste scents in the air, which is why your cat stares at you with their mouth open from time to time.
They're smelling me.
Yeah, they're smelling you with their taste.
So is it on the tongue?
It's just an extra organ. So basically, when it goes in ingest, from what I could sort of read, I didn't get into too much, but it ingests and it can taste it through that way.
Okay.
So yes, sometimes you see a cat. They call it a blep. Is it
blepping? Yeah, when they sit with their tongue out.
They sit with their tongue out and they're looking at you going, "Oh, you taste kind of nice."
Yeah, my cat does that. He's like a fucking moron. Just walks around with his tongue out, and I got loads of photos of him because we started doing it when he's like a bit older.
Yeah.
And he just goes, and he just looks. If you saw a person doing that, you'd be like, "Close your mouth, love." You just, they look like a thickie, you know.
For everything else, there's licking windows.
Yeah, but no, I got a video somewhere of me just ripping into him, and he's just staring at me with his mouth open and his tongue out, and I'm like, just giving him shit, really. He's like, "You thick piece of shit." It's like really mean, but he don't understand what I'm saying. It just makes me laugh, and I don't know. I've had Me and him are pretty sweet these days. We had a time when me and him weren't on the same page. He was he used to love Kaz so much, and he just used to give me the cold shoulder. And I'd feed him, and I'd look after him, I'd clean out his tray, I'd let him in and out, I'd do all this stuff, and then he'd never let me stroke him, he'd never give me any affection, he just was a bit of a bell. Whereas nowadays, we're kind of cool. We've worked it out.
I've got a couple of things in there about Jeremy.
Have you?
Yeah.
Be good to know.
But with that, the cats have there's a sensor receptor called Jacobson organ, which is located in the roof of the mouth.
Okay.
And that's believed that animals with these organs use to taste, smell. Yeah, that's interesting, because I've often said as a joke, "Oh my God, I can smell blue."
Yeah.
And things like that. It's
No, they can.
So like smoke. Cats basically can. So yeah, fair play. So that's that little cat fact.
Okay.
Cat fact.
Guts facts. Dogland.
Oof.
All right. Couple of little ones. Dogs' noses are unique. Their nose print, they can use to identify the dog. It's as unique as a fingerprint, because you look at their nose. I brought a dog with me. If you look at his nose, you see the lines on that. That is unique to him. There's no other dog with that nose. So if I put some paint on that, stuck it on a, go on.
What if
Go on.
you use it for your fingerprint recognition on your phone, and the only way you can get into your phone is by using Stanley's nose? And then you go, "Oh, it's not working. Stanley's not here. Can I borrow your dog?" And then you shove your phone at the other dog's face on the nose. "Oh, it's not unlocking. Why? Because it's not my dog."
I mean, it seems overcomplicated when I already have a fingerprint. I mean, mine does face anyway, so it's a moot point. But I understand what your point. Rubbish though it is. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm being a dick to you this week. I think I mix it up every now and then.
It's alright.
You can be a dick to me next week. Is that fair?
Yeah. Whatever.
All right.
With that fact.
All right. That's fine. I do have a little one. Yeah, 'cause it's a little one.
Yeah, you have.
There we go. Back on form. Good job.
Sorry.
All right. Dogs dreaming. All dogs dream.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've all seen dogs kicking and all this stuff, right? But through testing and like electrical impulse sensing, they can see they've been able to track it. And they say, okay, it basically works the exact same way humans dream. The way that the electrical impulses go through the brain, they can see that it's like, but it's equivalent to ours. We don't know in what sense they dream, because you don't know how their regular life is, internally. But puppies and senior dogs dream far more frequently than adult dogs. So it's like in later life, you see old dogs when they're sort of kicking around. That's because they're dreaming like they were when they were a puppy. But when they're a regular adult dog, like this particular specimen here, he dreams way less than he was when he was a puppy. And actually saying that, I remember he used to kick around a lot when he was a puppy. And now when he sleeps when he's an adult, he just lies there. But I guess they must need more REM sleep, maybe. I don't know. But certainly when they're that was I thought interesting.
Definitely. You think all the dogs they're kicking. Oh, they're dreaming of running.
I wonder what they're thinking. They're thinking of running. No, I mean the kicking is just literally their muscle spasming. They're not necessarily running, but they're it's weird, because like, how many dreams do you have when you're like kicking about though, you're thrashing around? You would probably think that's a nightmare, but dogs it's way more common. I don't know. That wasn't a fact. That's just a thing I've observed. I wonder what that's about. Anyway, cats.
Right. I didn't say it. I almost said it. In many Asian countries, such as China and Japan, dear, black cats are not only considered good luck, but also attract wealth. That's why you see many black manki nikos, which are believed to ward off evil spirits and bring good fortune, in Chinese and Japanese restaurants and grocery stores.
So black cats are good to have because they scare away ghosts.
Well, yeah, it's all good wealth and stuff like that. So
there's all the spiritual stuff, but they also make you rich.
Well, yeah, the black ones, but there's others as well. I really want a manki nekos. Yeah. And then I'm doing it.
Oh, that's what those things are. Yeah, he's doing the waving cat you get in Chinese restaurants. That's called a manki.
Maneki nekos. Maneki. MANEKI space Nekos.
Meniki Nikos.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So I didn't know, again, that they had black ones of them. I've only ever seen the gold.
I've only seen the gold and sort of whitey ones, white with goldy bits.
Well, Meneki Nekos.
I think I don't see colour, so I wouldn't have noticed.
What they are. You don't need to know which colour your cat is. Because Meneki Nekos colours: black, protection from all kinds of threats and enemies. Blue, attracts harmony, peace and happiness. Calico, which is a translation of tricolour, is the luckiest cat of all, wealth and prosperity. And the gold ones are wealth and money. I don't want to say wealth and money because I thought it was all the sort of, unless it means like spiritual wealth.
Wealth and prosperity is probably, surely that's...
Sleepy snoring dog.
Sleepy snoring dog.
Yeah. He's trying to take over the cat facts.
Yeah.
But yeah, lots of different colours.
He's so bored by your cat facts.
Yeah,
He's like, the cat facts are like, give a fuck.
TR. Well, I've done my Nikikitos cat cats.
Nikikitos? Nikikikukus? Kaylee Cuckoo? Kaylee Coco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That she brings good luck. Sorry.
I heard she brings good luck. She,
Yeah.
put her on a shelf and just have her waving at people that come in the house. 45% of all US dogs sleep on their owners' beds.
Okay.
That seems like... That's probably about right. I can see that. It's like approximately every other dog. So I mean, like, I've always had dogs and they've always slept on the bed.
Yeah.
Because... Yeah. It's only when they were old and stairs were an issue, they didn't. But generally speaking, all my dogs have slept on the bed. Even the fucking huge ones. A huge one. But yeah, he was a monster. But he'd still... I tell you what, he still takes up less space. My Northern Inuit, Malamute, German Shepherd cross took up less space than this bloody Dachshund, which makes obviously zero sense. But he was just a tidier dog in many ways. But yeah, I don't... People who are more strict about that, I don't know. It's just I don't know. They're part of the fam, and it means so much to them. It seems harsh to not let them, like, because they just want to be close to you, like physically close. I mean, we do kick him off. Like he'll come up, he'll sleep on the bed for a bit, and I'll kick him on his bed when it's bedtime, and then he'll sneak on the bed at some point in the night. And occasionally I'll boot him off, but normally I wake up and he's there somewhere, and it's okay. I'm okay with that. I don't. Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I'll have a little one because. Oh,
background. Yeah.
Just show me a picture of him with Mosley.
Oh.
He was a lovely dog.
But we our dog used to always sleep under the bed in back.
So that's a compromise.
But so slept under Dad's bed at the time. But then if it's like nightmares or stuff or shit was to happen, he'll come into the bedroom and he'll like sort of stay next to me in the bed.
When shit's up, they on the when the girl was smaller and she'd kick off, dog would not always, but he'd quite often come down and go like, I'll hang around. Shit needs me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not like a big protective-y dog sort of thing, but he's just like, it's okay. I'll keep an eye on this. Actually, recently he's been sleeping on the girl's bed. It's quite sweet. He probably would sleep on the boy's bed, but it's like 20 foot up, so he's only got little legs. So I'm going to keep banging through them. I'll do another little one. Okay. Rin Tin Tin. Rin Tin Tin, famous German Shepherd dog. All right, only dog to be nominated for an Academy Award. He's a German Shepherd dog rescued by an American soldier in World War One, but from Germany. Became famous by starring in more than 20 Hollywood movies. He was trained to perform various stunts and tricks, and his legacy lived on long after his death. His offspring continued to appear in various movies and TV shows up until the late 60s. Bit of a crazy legacy. But yeah, nominated for an Academy Award. He created a legacy of that, and he was rescued by a World War One soldier.
Dude.
I know, respect.
Rin Tin Tin.
Woof dem.
Woof, indeed.
So you tell me about the cat that was rescued and taught tricks and... Yeah?
Saying that, right?
Yeah,
so
bring it on, mate.
There's no cat that does that.
No.
No.
This is becoming a cats v dogs thing.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's fair because you're just not going to win that one.
Well, it depends. It depends. If it's a competition, you wouldn't put them in the same competitive. I mean, you'd have dogs on one side, being big fluffy cute dab, and then you have the other side, cats intelligent. I make you work. That's what I do. And then these dogs, right? They can save from bombs and they can sniff people out. Cat don't give them that shit. They're saying they're sensible.
Yeah, I mean you're not really selling it. I don't think.
No, because I fucking love dogs as well. I can't do it.
I have both. I'm not choosy.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about some cats. One in particular called Jeremy. Good boy. I just want to share a bit of the humour side of things. Lovely guy. Bought me a present once.
You did, didn't he?
Yeah. Sitting down in your front room. Oh, there's a cat there. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, hello, Jeremy. Blech. He blept me a gift. Half a mouse. Just dropped it on my shoulder. Lovely. That's because cats are packed animals and they often want to share their bounty with their family. This is especially true with the female cats, who would normally teach their young how to hunt and eat. This means that when they bring you an animal they caught, to be alive or dead, they consider you part of their family. So, one of the first times I met Jeremy Cat, he considered me as a family. Yeah. So that's quite nice of him, that.
Yeah.
So he's nice. He's gone, oh, you're alright, I'll bring you a bit of mouse, bro. To another time when we was in the garden, and Jeremy was there. Didn't realise the door was closed. The patio doors, which are nice clean glass.
Cleaned myself.
And he ran into the house and face planted.
Yeah.
Quite a big and hard at the door. Laughed a little bit, but then as soon as you see it, it's like, oh, I can't laugh. This is bad. That's what happened.
I laughed a hell of a lot. We weren't getting on at the time, and it was such a. And the thing is, he ran. Why did he run in? Do you remember?
No, I can't remember.
I stroked him.
Oh, was that it?
I stroked him, and he went, "Oh my God, it's the murderer bat!" And it's like I was still feeding him every day. I was doing all the stuff from cleaning out his tray, all that stuff. And I stroked him, and he went, "Oh shit, he's here!" And he ran in, and he ran into a glass door, and he made his nose bleed. I was pissing myself, fucking asshole. It was like, you're just being so unreasonable. Why are you scared of me? All I do is look after you. I walk around you. I never try to scare him. He's always scared of me. I never understood it. But anyway,
maybe he didn't give him his favourites. He wanted the top shelf stuff, and you gave him the next shelf down.
I guess that must have been it. Although, as I say, we're cool now, so
yeah. Cool. That was that little bit.
Cool. All right. All right. So the hearing's great. The smell's great. We've done that, right? Taste.
I've not eaten one. I don't want to.
I've not. Although when I went to uni, the only people I knew were the Chinese guys from my being sixth form. There were a bunch of Chinese guys, so I was like, I knew them, so I was like, I'll hang out with them. And Chinese don't fuck around, man. They literally within the first 2 days of hanging out with them, I just didn't know anyone else, right? So they're comparing what different dogs taste like, and I was like, oh dude, this is such a stereotype. And they're like, yeah, maybe. And then I was talking to them, every now and then they just fall into Cantonese. I'm like, oh, this sucks, man. And then they cut back and they're like, Labrador's really tasty. I'm like, oh, fucking stop it. And they all agreed on that. Labrador apparently is delicious. I'm like, stop eating Labradors.
You know what the most probably saying? They start talking in Cantonese, and translation is, that guy looks a bit awkward if we talk about dogs. Do you reckon we should wind him up?
Maybe. But that makes them just as much dicks as if they're eating dogs. So I was just like, mate, it's just hard to be around you, right? Guys, come on. Anyway, that was by the by. But their sense of taste, dogs have about 1,500 to 1,700 taste buds, right? To put into context, humans have between 2,000 and 10,000. Their sense of taste is shit, which is probably why they don't care about what they eat so much. That's what dog food tastes like shit, dog biscuits taste like shit, and they eat shit, and they like to lick their own arseholes because they can't taste nearly as well as we can. Most humans, as I say, are somewhere middling in that range. So 5,000 to 6,000 taste buds is pretty normal. You do lose them as you go on. It does regenerate to some extent, but you do tend to lose them as you get older. So you can't taste very well when you're older, but for most of your life, you will have more taste buds than a dog. So like a proper old fella, That's another thing that I find interesting, and that's something to do with dogs. Is just like like if you had some old food critic or something, like an old guy,
Yeah.
they will have less taste buds. They are in less of a position to be objective about taste. It's like it's actually like it is like a young person can taste better than an old person, just like you'd expect that. Same with hearing or something else. So that was interesting to me. But
Yeah.
but yeah, no, dogs have a pretty not crap, but not very good sense of taste. So that was interesting.
I thought they always had like a super sort of.
Nope. Hearing, smell, absolutely astonishing. Like astonishing. Like the smell thing is the thing that fucking blows your mind because
Yeah.
40 times as much is like when you factor that is in terms of like the range they can cover because they can the way that their nose works. It's not just the fact that they've got 40 times as many cells that they can smell with, like the actual like sensing smells, whatever, like the nasal smell areas. But because of the breathing system they have, I say I'm talking about your sort of standard like a collie or a German Shepherd or something with an actual snout, not non-dog dogs, like Chihuahuas and fucking bullshit dogs. Anyway, but like the ones who got proper noses and they smell because they can have the smell just go and they can go over it and they can pick it apart and they've got their brain's also set up to just distinguish little things and they're really good at like assigning that smell means that. That's why they're really good at sniffer dogs for like obviously bloodhounds and things are really good for that, but like they're really good for identifying drugs or bombs or any of this weird shit. But yeah, they just and the hearing as well is just astonishing depending on the dog. But
Oh,
drop my phone. Sorry,
dogs would have heard that.
dog heard that from fucking streets away.
This one didn't because he's a sleepy bugger.
I just don't care. Don't give a fuck. But yeah, and I one little fact because I'm trying to do two per go.
Super go.
All right, dog breeds are broadly a result of specific goals or function. Greyhounds for speed, a lot of specific hunting. Dachshunds, Terrier, Bloodhounds, Mastiffs are for hunting. Mastiffs are for hunting lions.
You can see that because they're big buggers.
A bunch of them, but yeah, some are for guarding and security. I think like Rottweilers and stuff they use them for security. But the Norwegian Lundehund is the only dog breed created specifically for the job of hunting puffins.
What?
They bred a dog specifically to hunt puffins.
But why do you need to hunt a puffin?
Because puffin meat, oh yeah. I want a puffin pie.
Oh dear.
But yeah, they that breed exclusively exists to hunt puffins, which is kind of sad. Bloody Norwegians, bloody Ouijies.
Oh
Fuckers.
dear.
Anyway, interesting.
Poofy pee.
Who you push me?
That's what the shit. Oh no, the Muppets. Comedy frog. What have we got in the kitchen this time? Should he hurdy birdie poofy pee pee?
He's like plucking a puffin with his Norwegian Lundehund.
Broken the poofy loofy.
Look at the puffin, Lundehund, goody boy.
Oh dear. Cool.
Carry on there.
So next one.
Yeah.
Say it again. Catmando. So from 1995 to 2002, Catmando was the cat who was named joint leader of Britain's official monster raving loony party, or the OMRLP. I'm not saying that every time. From 1999 to 2002, along with his owner, party chairman Howling Lord Hope. He died in 2002, serving as a leader until his death. Catmando served as a joint leader until his death as a result of a traffic accident in July 2002.
Catmando was a cat who led the party.
Well, he was joint leader.
Sorry.
He
Yeah.
was the joint leader. And then he had an accident in July.
Drink driving.
Too much catnip. Too much catnip and he got behind the wheel. He was trying. He was trying to deliver the manifesto. The meow-nifesto. No more mice. No more mice.
A saucer of cream for every house.
So following Catmando's death, the party proposed that there should be a cat's crossing on every major road. So all major roads, because of this cat, yeah. So they wanted to get that all sort of done and put on there to make it safety for cats. So they think a cat on its own, walking the street, oh, meow. They're going to go to a special crossing.
Yeah.
But I tried to look up, did they have anything implemented to...
Oh no, because of course no one's ever going to vote. The Monster Energy Party, no one ever votes for them. They're literally designed to be. Their policies are they're nonsense.
They were going to give you money if you could claim that you've been abducted by UFOs.
Yeah, of course they would, because they know no one's ever going to vote for them. They're never going to get even one seat. Their whole thing falls apart if they start to get voted in.
Well, how else did I get this probe?
It's like Farage's party, right? It's like that shit only works if they never get voted in. If they get voted in, they can't complain anymore. They have to do shit, and it's not their whole shtick doesn't work if they actually have to do things. They just have to talk shit. That's the whole point, you know. Anyway,
politics.
Is that are you cool?
That's
are you square?
That's our factualization. Yeah.
Okay. Bloodhound's sense of smell is so accurate and has been proven so many times. That its results can be used as evidence in a court of law, and that's been a precedent since the last century, like 1800s. But they've set it up, and time and time again they're like, no, totally. And there's loads of court cases that have been concluded or have been used as evidence. Admittedly, not exclusively, but it's accepted evidence in a courtroom, and to this day, it still is.
So would the dog go on a stand and say, "What did you smell?"
Well, no. Presumably, the dog's operator would the guy that runs the dog. They were like, "Yeah, no, he actively corroborated that this smell was this guy, and it led me to this address, and then we got you could get a court I want to search this property because my dog's identified the smell leading to this place." They're like, absolutely, and it's a sort of chain of evidence. It's accepted by courts. So that wouldn't be if you have a hunch to knock on a door and it leads to evidence, but you don't have a good. My brain is.
A hunch to knock on a door. Oh
no! Hang on a sec.
What?
1 second. There might be someone at the door.
There's a magical place we're off for a ride. I wonder what magic will be inside. It's cold. There's toys by the millions, fun costumes to wear. You can dress like a fireman, waitress, even a bear. There's fine things to play with and rarely a queue. The stores can't end summers, let's put things in you. Lubricants by the gallon, crotchless panties and dongs. But plugs of all sizes, some that even sing songs. So come through our doors, let's join in the fun. Come down to end summers and let's all do a come.
So, Joe, who was at the door?
No one was at the door.
What dog was you talking about?
The front door.
No, what dog was you talking about just then? Your last facts. What dogs was you talking about? The sniffer dogs.
The bloodhounds.
Yeah.
No, Scooby Doo's not the
Yeah. Sorry, that's bloodhound going.
I understand now.
Sorry.
Okay. That was a little factet. The next one is...
They've gone now.
A third of all households around the world have a dog.
Done.
1 in 3. Which, if you think about it, this is something I've thought about, because it's so impractical to have a dog these days, right? And I've always, all my dogs, I love my dogs. All my dogs I've had 3 dogs as an adult since I literally left home. I got burgled the next day, got a dog the following week. I have ever since then had a dog almost concurrently. I've always had a dog, right? Now, that said, I can never do anything because I have a dog. Can't go anywhere. You can't just go away for an evening. You can't go away on holiday easily. You can't. All these things. And before I had kids, obviously kids make that, it's infinitely more complicated than a dog. But before I had kids, I could never just go out for the night, go and see a movie. You have to find someone to watch a dog. You have to. It was just this complication I had all through my 20s. It was a pain in the ass. It was impractical. Now that said, again, I love my dog. I have no regrets in that time, really. But the fact that so many people have dogs always flummoxed me, because I'm like, surely. But I think the thing is, it's just that thing of like, well, what do I? It's a sort of what do I get out of this, and what do I lose for this? You know, so like, all right, I benefit from this in that I've got this companion. He's good for your kids. There's all these good things about having a dog, and they just like weigh that against like they're a pain in the arse. I got to walk them. They shit everywhere. They smell. They, you know when you bring a dog home that in an amount of years you're gonna have a really shit time because dogs live an annoyingly shorter life. Like it's just like, you bastard. So, but yeah, 1 in 3 houses in the world have dogs, and that's kind of mad. But I guess they're just that good. They're just that damn good. Anyway, that was all. Count me.
Zoomies.
Yeah.
So, I've done it again. I said, Zoomies. In most cases, this period of the day is essentially our cat's way of releasing energy in a short, centralised burst. Sorry, a short, concentrated burst. In the same way that humans are advised to get 30 minutes of exercise a day, it's often our pets' means of getting the movement they need whilst venting any pent-up frustration or feelings. So, you go, I've done it again. Cat's like, I'm going to run around for 5 minutes, and then they're stopping, they're chill. We had that today, actually, having our dinner. Cat's decided to come in, stare at me, and when he stares at me, I'm on the right hand side of the sofa.
Yeah.
He'll look at the right hand side and he'll just stare at me, as if saying, I'm going to fuck you up. I was like, no, don't do anything, Travis. Next thing, he'll jump at me, honestly, like he's going, like arms out, legs out, and he'll bite onto me. And then I'll chase him. And then he's just getting... I'll pick him up, I'll put him in solitary confinement, which is basically our back room. Shut the door on him. And then you get him back out, he's like, I'm alright. So that's like the main bit of Zoomies. Yeah. And then when I was reading that, I thought, that's good facts. And then there's another link about it. Zoomies after pooping.
Really?
Well, I've not noticed this, but I've never watched my cat have a poo and then run, unless it's a really bad smelly smell. So, Zoomies after pooping, a gastroenterologist says that the digestion, says that the desiccation that comes with the passing of a large stool causes the vagus nerve to fire, resulting in a drop in the heart rate and blood pressure, which in turn decreases the blood flow to the brain. The resulting mild lightheadedness can lead to a high, hence the cat Zoomies. So the cat's done, dropped out a log, and it's like, fuck that, I'm running, because it's like low blood pressure and stuff, and it's it just gets a bit like head monged.
They get high from a good shit.
Yeah.
And do a little run around.
Yeah.
Well, we've all been there, man. You know, that's the dream, you know, shit.
So it's like, get me the stick! Yeah. Give me the snappy stick! So you got to run to do that. That's poopy Zoomies.
Poopy Zoomies.
So cats get poopy Zoomies.
Poopy Zoomies.
Poomies.
Interesting. Okay, so we're back into Dan's fact town. The factualisation of Dan's knowledge and cat, dogness.
Knowledge facts.
Jolly dogness. So, dogs.
Dogs.
You know them. Small, quadruped, woofy type fellas.
Oh, well.
And lady fellas. Because, I'm sorry. Dogs. You know, like, French gender everything.
Oh, yeah, with the masculine and feminine pronouns.
So, my mum used to have 2 girl dogs, and I had a boy cat. And I still was like, I'd still genuinely gender them as he, and the cat as she, because cats are girls and dogs are boys.
That's how I've... It's like if you...
Even though, obviously, yeah. But it's like, you know, remember that, was that ladybird in... what the fuck was it? Was it Ants or something?
Oh.
Or it was something, it was like a ladybird.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm no ladybird, I'm a
Bug's Life.
Bugs Life, yeah. And he's a proper, like, gangster, but he happened to be a ladybird. And I'm like, no, mate, sorry, you're a girl bug. You're just a girl bug. That's just what it is.
It seems every time we if me and Kate are in a car,
Yeah.
if we see a dog, we're like, oh, he's so good. He's so good. He doesn't matter the dog. Dogs are always he's, and they got fluffy butts.
Yeah.
And it's it's like, oh, look at that fluffy butt. Oh, he got such a fluffy butt.
Sometimes I must admit, you see a dog and you're like, and it won't even. It's not feminine looking dogs. That's just a little fairy dog, but like.
Yeah.
But then I'll see like I quite often I can always tell with certain dogs. Dobermans are. I can generally tell. You see a Doberman, you're like, oh, look at that. That's a lady. I don't know why. You can see like, they're quite maternal. They're quite. I like them.
Lipstick's a giveaway.
Yeah. But anyway, that wasn't my point. That wasn't my fact. Like,
Fact done. Cats. Let's go.
No. Sticking with dogs. They can be left or right pawed. They have a dominant paw, which is, I think, if you any animal that has left and right anything, they will have a dominant paw because they'll have one. So here's the test, right? So like humans, most dogs have a dominant hand, or in this case, paw. To figure out which one it is, you can conduct a simple science experiment. Watch a dog moving from standing still to walking forwards. And do they start moving with their left or right paw? Watch several times, noting down the starting leg each time, and see if there's a pattern. Many dogs will often lead with the same leg, which is their dominant one. And if you do that, more often than not, and they'll tend to have all the same things that humans that are right or left-handed will do. It means they're more likely to turn one direction than the other. They're more likely to do things a certain way. It's just as a whole thing. But yeah, go on.
What about a more simpler test, right?
Go on.
I'm going to put this out there. You get a dog,
Yeah.
and you say, sit, and they sit down. They're being good boys, good girl,
Your sheep
whatever.
paw.
And then you could do that, but when they're sitting,
Yeah.
you put a bit of paper with like a smiley face on it.
Yeah.
Put that in front of them.
Yep.
And then in front of their left paw, put a pair of the yellow and green scissors. And the other pair, put a normal pair of normal scissors.
Okay.
And whichever one it goes to is cut that picture out. Done. If it picks up the green and yellow scissors, they're left-handed scissors. That's a giveaway. Why else would you use them?
I feel like the thing is I wouldn't let my 4-year-old. She does use scissors actually to some extent. I don't let my dog use scissors just because he's immature and I don't trust him with it. I just feel like, and he doesn't know how not to run, and it's just not a good idea. So it's a difficult test because I feel like I'd have to enter a zone of danger. And here's the real difficulty, James. Dogs can't see a full colour spectrum, so they wouldn't know which scissors they're picking up. So I think your plan is a bit fucking stupid if you think about it.
Okay, yeah, in that case, I'll put my hands up. I feel stupid because dogs, they can't see the colours, so they don't know what handles they're going to pick up. So yeah, I'll retract that, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Alright, next, a little fact check before I go vote, because I'm trying two a time, okay? 3, alright, so famously, I mean, it's not a true story, obviously it's a made-up one for the movie, but Jack famously did not make it off the Titanic, right?
Of course, no.
He didn't. Died as fuck. Just drifted away off that giant door. Which he easily could have got on, but no, he just decided to die instead. Anyway, abstract. But 3 dogs did survive the Titanic.
Awesome.
So all those people, that guy that cracked his spine in half as he fell off the side, as he fell, but like everyone, considering the massive amount of people died, there were 3 dogs that survived. They were in first class.
Oh, standard.
But then again, paupers and stuff weren't taking dogs, so that's not a dog's fault, right? But it's shocking, right? A Pomeranian puppy.
A Pomeranian,
Okay,
yeah.
Little fairy puppy, but the owner wrapped it in a blanket to escape. Everyone just assumed she was carrying a baby. They let her and the baby off. They realised later it was a fucking puppy. You're like, you bitch, women and children. They let her off because she was there with her kid, and it wasn't a kid, it was a dog. Another Pomeranian was in a bag, got taken off. It was no one queried it. And a Pekingese.
Pekingese.
So they survived the Titanic, but Jack did not.
No.
So there you go. Powerful dogs.
Wow.
Iceberg proof.
This dog is iceberg proof. This dog's iceberg proof. This dog's a pug. He's not going to stop. The iceberg is scared.
It's like, I'm just gonna melt. I don't want to fuck with that. It's fine.
The iceberg sank because it hit the Titanic.
That's,
You good?
that sounds like a Chuck Norris meme.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris hit an iceberg. The iceberg sank.
That's true. He has a fist for a chin.
He has a fist for a chin and a chin for another chin. I don't know. Knives for elbows, horses for feet.
Oh dear. Right, so. Oh, I've done it again. Done
You
it.
did say so. Hang on.
Yeah.
You enjoyed that one. Let's do this one.
So. No, I'm going to stop that. That's just wrong.
Yeah, this guy came out too much.
Yeah. Egyptians believed that cats were magical creatures capable of bringing good luck to people who house them. I should have done this in my Egyptian thingy last time, but
So,
to honour these treasured pets, wealthy families would dress them up in jewels and feed them treats fit for royalty. The ancient Egyptians held all the cats in highest esteem, but black cats were often held in the highest esteem because their similar appearance to the black cat-headed goddess Bastet. Bastet. Bastet.
bastard.
Bastard! That's a Scottish. Hey, I got a wee fucking god with a black hair with a lady. Cat a bastard!
You wee moggy fuck.
Yeah, wee moggy fuck. Like it. But Bastet. Now I've noticed lots of African languages and things like that. You hear lots of like French is in there as well, and tet is French for head. Bass. That's because the haste has got bass. With the bass, tet, bass. Lovely biscuit bass. That's C3PO made an entrance there. Oh no, you're bringing in guests.
Oh, I'm sorry, he just nipped in. It wasn't even a knocking. Just. Oh, Master Luke. Let me caress you.
So Bastet was the goddess of health and protection of disease, fertility, and the home.
Condoms.
Bastet for your protection.
Bringing it back.
We've not done it for a while.
I got a lot of criticisms. People were like, stop in my fucking ears. I was like, sorry. But
Okay.
no, I'm bringing it back.
Okay, so cats.
For your protection. Oh, I'm so doing a condom advert.
Oh, whiskey, wine, and protection.
It's like,
Is the sex feel just too good? Let's fuck it up with a lovely bit of shit over your dick. You can't feel nothing.
Cat fact.
sorry.
So cats are also viewed by.
Sorry. Fucking hell.
Oh dear. Cats were also viewed by the ancient Egyptians as excellent at warding off disease and evil spirits. This is because cats would often keep vermin populations under control, increasing the yield of food and reducing the spread of disease, which were often associated with evil spirits. And according to the Ancient History Encyclopedia, Herodotus wrote...
Herodotus.
Thank you.
The Greek, yeah?
I got Ancient Egypt. Oh no, Herodotus.
Herodotus. Okay.
Wrote in 440 BC that there were pets. When a pet cat died in ancient Egyptian times, the family members would shave their eyebrows in mourning. Yeah.
Don't expect that, Jeremy. I'm just saying. I wouldn't expect that. I mean, best case scenario. Fucking shoebox. Best case scenario. Alright? And maybe a picture.
He can't hear you.
It's true. Oh dear. Meow.
Meow. He's a good one though. He's a good boy. He's a good egg.
Back to Wolftown though.
Wolftown!
Alright, so fastest land animal.
Sorry?
Fastest land animal.
I thought it was a lead animal then. That's lead. Yeah, sorry. Go.
What is it?
I would have gone with a big-legged bird thing.
No, they are fast, but no, the fastest land animal was a cheetah, right?
Oh yeah.
Now, here's the thing though. Cheetahs, fast as shit, right? but they can only hit their full speed for 200 to 300 yards.
Okay.
All right. Greyhound will actually piss all over them because they can run at 35 miles an hour, which is significantly slower than the 60 miles an hour you're going to get out of a cheetah. But they can run that speed consistently for 7 miles.
What?
Piss all over it, mate. So any race, it's not even like it's long distance. They can run they can run like faster than a school zone. You know, they can run fast enough to get like, you know, pulled over by the police for 7 miles straight. They're motherfuckers, right? So like the idea like a cheetah, like all they got to do is just keep ducking and diving, and the cheetah's burnt out in a few minutes. They've got it's that fast twitch muscles. They get fucking gassed out. You know, if they don't catch you pretty much on the sprint, greyhound is like, mate, I'm a persistent runner. I'll just keep going. They never stop.
Dude,
7 miles. But yeah, so it's so many factors longer distance. So yeah, I thought that was interesting because the greyhound, if it comes to a race, anything past 300 yards, the greyhound eventually they'll win.
Yeah.
You know, the cheetah will get way ahead because they're almost double the speed, but for like such a relatively short distance.
Yeah.
And that's true of most of the other, like, because was it the ostrich I think. They're really fast, but they literally have like, they can't run at that top speed for very long. And most of the really fast cats don't have a huge amount of stamina. But greyhounds, man, I didn't know there was such stamina, you know. Because obviously they're built for speed, but you see them running around, you know, I don't know, you see them racetracks and stuff, and they're pretty fast, but they're not like, you don't realise like, oh yeah, no, they can keep going. They got loads more in the tank. They're not like puffed out. They're like, mate, can we go some more? Let's keep going, bitch. Come on. Anyway, so that's that one. Alright, Dalmatians. 30% of Dalmatians are deaf in one ear. 5% are deaf in both. Not deaf. 5% are deaf in both ears. So what's that, like 1 in 20 are born deaf,
right,
entirely. This is due to something called the extreme piebald gene, which is responsible for their white and black coats and blue eyes. In some of them, they're blue eyes, but the coating they have, that the white and black dots that they're bred for, is tied to the same gene that makes them mostly, or I mean, like 1 in 3 of them is at least partially deaf, and they know that, and you can't breed them and make them look that way without that being at least, you know, like there's a good chance 1 in 20 of them are completely deaf, but they just keep, because they're like, oh, they're so pretty though. But apparently the ones that are born with larger dark patches are less likely to be deaf. Apparently.
So the bigger spots, the less deaf they are.
Yeah. Well, no, but obviously you can't know that until they're born.
No.
But the fact is, they've just been inbred to fuck, and they've been bred with this particular gene, which makes them really look nice. To, you know, it's just aesthetics, an aesthetic benefit. But they're like, oh, when they've got this aesthetic benefit, I really like. But there were Dalmatians which didn't have the spotty, but the people didn't want them, so they've been basically bred out of the whole breed. They were like almost impossible to find Dalmatians which don't have that gene now. So, and also they could, like genetically, they could restrict the gene. It's within our power now, but they don't want to do that. It's I don't know. It's a weird one. It's a bit of a weird one because you think, like the thing that makes them look the way they look is also the thing that makes them deaf. It's just really sad. It does make me wonder though why they were so synonymous with like firefighters.
Yeah.
Because there's like, well, that's surely, I mean, being able to hear is probably a benefit. Like, yeah. He's like, I can hear fire. Like, what? Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I guess they got the smell and stuff and they can work around it, but it's just, yeah, being able to hear shit's probably handy. Yeah. I would have thought. But anyway,
I'm in the fire. Where am I going? Left. What? Left. What? No. Oh,
like, they call him like, like, you know, Wiggles, come on. That's a fire. That's a fire over there. Wiggles. I don't know why they call him Wiggles. He's a big fire dog, but still, useless fucking dog. Anyway,
yeah.
Are you sick of the same old cereals?
Yeah.
Terrible for you, full of sugars, full of unnatural E numbers and horrible shit. Wouldn't you prefer an unprocessed and fresh cereal? rich with nature's nectar, sweet, antioxidant rich, high in protein, only including natural sugars. Then you should try Honey Buzz cereal, featuring actual honeycomb and live bees. Fresh hive to mouth, Honey Buzz cereal. Sweet.
Go on, buddy. Go on.
Well, let me do a couple of little snips for you now.
Tell me. Tell them. Learn, Mish.
200 feral cats proud of Park of Disneyland, doing their part to control rodents. The ones that don't wear funny outfits and speak in squeaky voices, that is. Oh, yeah. So yeah, cats are in Disneyland, free tickets, just to eat the mice. When you talk about the running, household cats can run at a speed of about 30 miles an hour, but that's for short distances. Again, like their cheetah cousins. Yeah. This means that they can outrun a superstar runner Usain Bolt in a 200-metre dash.
Yeah, no, they're crazy fast. You see them go all out, you're like, God damn.
And last little mini meow fact.
Meow.
Cats can jump 5 times their own height.
That always blows my mind, because my cat is an old cat. And then he goes out and like it's fucking nothing. He'll jump over like an 8-foot fence like it's fucking. He runs up it vertically like it's nothing. And you're just like, what? Like, to see a human do that is some Steve Rogers, Captain America shit. That's what it looks like. It looks like the sort of thing you'd see in a superhero movie. And he does it like it just does, piss, like whatever. And that's always kind of cool. You got to give him props. And it never, like, you don't really see many cats where they're like, that's burnt out. Like, even my cat's, was he 17, 18? He's an old cat, but he just moves around like he's basically moving around the same. He's not, he's not got the, you see an old dog and they are kind of, they move around, they're slow, their joints get shagged out. Cats don't really get that. Cats just, they're like, they keep moving around, they're basically the same. They just sleep like an extra hour a day until they just don't wake up. That's basically how cats live. It's a pretty sweet way to go, honestly. Like, I sleep 18 hours a day, I sleep 19 hours a day, I sleep 21 days. It's like when you get 24 hours a day, then you're not a cat anymore. But it's just, that's like, that's their life. And I'm like, they got it, they might have cracked it.
The cats, they actually spend 70% of their life sleeping, which works out 13 to 16 hours a day. Lazy fuck.
Man, yeah. Mine's definitely more than that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm out for like 20 minutes today, behind the sofa, pops his head out, goes, and then lies, he licks his butthole in front of the back door, and then he goes back to bed. It's like, wow, that's a hell of a day. Ticked every box in his itinerary. That was all his goals were achieved. All right, I'll give you a couple. You good?
Yep.
Dogtown. Let's go dogging. The Guinness World Record for the oldest dog breed is held by the Saluki. The breed dates back to is known to date back to 329 BC. They were kept in royal pets in ancient Egypt.
See,
ancient Egypt, they don't fuck about. They like cats and dogs. Reportedly, there are also carvings found in southern Iraq of a dog that looks similar to Saluki, which date back to 7000 BC.
Jesus fucking Christ!
They are also the fastest breed, faster than greyhounds.
How? Okay.
So a greyhound they'll run at 35 miles an hour, 7 miles, like I said, but they can top out about 40 miles an hour, whereas a Saluki can run at 43 miles an hour.
Saluki.
But I don't think they have the quite the. I mean, if you see a Saluki, they look like greyhounds with like the sort of the kind of the Jewish guy, the Orthodox Jew, the curly Q, sort of the curly.
Oh, on the side of the head,
they look like they look like an Orthodox Jew version of a greyhound.
Why is greyhound?
They're wise. Also, they learned. I'm not going to do a Jewish impression right now. That doesn't seem like a good thing to do. All right, that was Saluki. Moving on. Dogs have 3 eyelids.
What?
Now I have a dog right here, so we're just gonna, as an example, come here, show me your eyes. Now, you see this? I checked this earlier, right? He's got there's top and bottom. You see that a little weird little goosey thing, right? I never really knew what it was, but we haven't got that. They've got this anyway. Your follow your friend has 3 eyelids. The third one is called the haw.
Oh, you haw.
Or nictitating membrane, and it's responsible for keeping the eye protected and lubricated. And it does look all goopy, doesn't it? It's like, but you see him. It's just the top bit.
I saw it when you move his eye.
Come on. But where's his whore?
Oh, show me your face, you whore. Oh, that's so.
Yeah, you see the side bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see his side flap.
Oh, that's so his mannerisms.
Yeah. So dogs, I can confirm that. Just checked it in live time. Dogs have a third eyelid.
And I just want to say, while you was doing that, he's been a sleepy dog.
Yep.
You've just been poking around his eye. He gives no fucks.
No,
he's still lying with his nuts in the air.
So happy. He's become he's become the official he's our official pod dog. He just every time we do a podcast,
Dogcast.
He knows it's happening, and he's like, "Oh, we go upstairs, guys," and he just comes up with us. It's been the last sort of 6-7 weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah.
He's just if we're doing this, he'll either come up constantly, but now he just tends to get up here, and he is happy as a pig in shit. He's just smiling on his back.
Boop, boop.
I'm gonna take a photo, post it. He's just This is the Dogcast, because he's actually smiling right now, and he's got his dick out. He's so happy, lying between us. There you go.
All right, Stanley's going to be on the Dogcast page.
We'll put the photo when I post it. I will say this was, as referenced in the pod, this was the dog. Hashtag Dogcast. So yeah, I told you about Salukis. I told you about Jewish greyhounds and third eyelids. All right, go on.
So, I've done it again. Say.
Right.
It wouldn't be a cats versus dogs podcast without a fact about dogs versus cats. Believe it or not, that was not pre-recorded. That was actually just Dan bringing that up now. That was cats can make 100 sounds, whilst dogs only make 10.
Okay,
Yeah. So that's little tiny fact. Biologically, a cat's brain is somewhat similar to human brain to that of a dog. Humans and cats have identical emotional regions in their brains. So cats they can feel things. They can feel things, dude.
Disdain, hatred.
Yeah. Mainly hatred. Cause they got,
evil.
They've got grumpy faces the whole time. And then another one of my little facts.
Yep.
Ever wonder why your feline friend would often put their rear end in your face?
Yes.
This is actually a sign of trust, and your cat signalling that they feel safe and secure around you. So if you can see your cat's butt, you're in their good books. Safe.
I guess so. I mean, I wouldn't expose my arsehole to anyone unless I trusted them.
I do it all the time, honestly.
Just walk around with it out. It's like...
That's how I met Katie.
Yeah.
I just walk around. Hi, I'm Katie. Oh, hi, I'm James. You look nice. You're a friend. And then I just... But...
Yeah. Ring piece? She's like...
No.
She didn't run away, and it was like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah. That's...
Ring, ring, hello.
Oh, don't. That's... Oh, what was it? Was it Charlie Unicorn?
Yeah.
The amount of time Carol...
Ring, ring, hello. Hello. Hello.
Back connection.
What is it? Anyway.
Yeah, sorry, we dive
Charlie.
It's a blah blah blah.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm so bored, Charlie.
Dogs.
Fucking hell, dog. God damn it. I'm not even a person. I'm just a collection of quotes. I'm just like...
Next week's podcast is unicorns.
Are you
llamas with hats.
Llamas with hats. Oh, mate. Oh, goddamn. We're just going to recite the whole thing. Are you all clear?
I've got other stuff that needs to.
Well, no, I've got 2 left. I was going to bang them out. I didn't want
to. I'll tell you what. You bang them out, and I'll make up rest.
Okay. All right. Bobby.
Yeah.
Portuguese purebred Rafeiro de Antejo was crowned in February 2023 the oldest dog in the world at 30 years and 266 days. He passed away before he hit 31, unfortunately. But yeah, His family credited his longevity to the calm, peaceful environment in which Booby lived, and said he always had a freedom to roam around and explore the nearby forest and farmland, which is kind of how dogs are wired to do. But yeah, so I don't know what a Rafiro Andalusia is, but it sounds like a cool dog. And final fact.
Final dog fact.
Space dogs.
Space dogs.
Now you might know that the first living thing that humans sent to space was a dog called Leica. Okay, everyone knows about Leica.
Yeah.
There's that production company named after Leica. So now she was never expected to return. We didn't have the technology. It was Russians wanted to get living thing into space. They honoured that dog, the statues of that dog, but they effectively sent that dog to space to die. It was, but I mean, you know, relatively speaking, I mean, that's probably shit itself. I don't know. It was, it's pretty fucked. But you know, progress has to go a certain way. I guess we do test. I mean, we still do animal testing in this you know, in this country. I think, but so. But anyway, that's the sad bit. However, 2 dogs named Belka and Strelka were sent into orbit in Earth in 1960, and they were returned safely to home after 27 hours. They were the first living creatures to have survived the trip to outer space and returned to tell the tale.
Ooh.
Yeah, and they were treated like bloody, you know, royalty. They came back and they, you know, put out to stud. They did their thing and that was it. So there was, yeah. I mean, Leica may not have had that, but let's say Belka and Strelka, they did, and that was in 1960, and they were the first living creatures to go to space and come back, which I think is a major thing. And after that, we started banging out monkeys. I don't know what that's about, but we did that a lot. So that's kind of fucked. But still, dogs, apart from Leica, did generally speaking all right. Isn't it weird you sent dogs up?
Yeah.
It's a bit strange. You wouldn't have thought that as the creature you'd send up. You would have thought like, I don't know, like they seem like they're so. I don't know really. It just if it's just got to be a living creature.
I don't think you can do anything because the dog's not gonna. Yeah, they you get working dogs. They do stuff, but if you put them in space, they're not gonna go. I'm gonna sniff moon rock and things and.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I presume with Leica they had to get the dog up there and they had to respond to confirm that it was alive in space. Because then it's like, oh, we've got a living thing into space. That's significant. And then sending it up and getting them to come back is significant too. But I suppose a dog could bark, could respond on radio.
Yeah,
I think they actually had a system where they euthanized Leica. I don't think they just left her to die up there. I think it was actually it was a bit more. They made it as humane as they could.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't really want to look into it. I didn't.
No, sad.
I didn't want to. I knew what happened, and I was like, okay. Yeah, sad. But that was my final fact. Belka and Strelka.
Right, let me smash these on quickly.
Yep.
So, the ancient Norse people believed that 2 black cats pulled the chariot of Freya, the goddess of beauty, fertility and love. It was common for the farmers of the time to leave bowls of milk in their fields for Freya's cats. This helped ensure they would have a blessing for a good harvest. So, more history about cats. Cats developed meowing as a way of communication exclusively with humans.
Yeah, they don't meow though, do they?
No. So, will my cat understand me if I meow? Sorry to break it to you, but humans... sorry, I had a bit of a fizz going on. Down my...
Don't... Just crack on.
Sorry.
Just crack on.
But humans meow... So if you meow at a cat, that means nothing to them. You might get their attention, and they might accept that you're trying to do stuff, and they might purr back, but the cats will just think, that's just another human language stuff. Yeah, so they give no shits.
Yeah.
The oldest cat to ever live was Cream Puff. He lived to 38 years old. 38 years and 3 days old. So Cream Puff lived from August the 3rd, 1967 to August 2005.
Oh wow.
That's in Austin, Texas. I think that's basically all my facts. The only other thing I wanted to share was my previous cat, Mittens. Mate, she was a fun one.
She was.
But there's really embarrassing things that she used to do. So she's lovely. She used to go outside, go to the cat flap. At the time I wasn't driving and I was getting a bus into work. The bus stop was just down the end of our road. Now, what she would do is she used to follow me and she wouldn't stop. She would get to the shop and she would stop for a little bit. Once I crossed the road, she would then proceed to cross the road and follow me. What she's done a couple of times, because of her loudish behaviour, she would see a bus and then she would stop by it, so the bus would have to stop. So she was basically stop buses. As oh Jesus Christ! So I'm trying to stop her to get her to come out of the way, and people are so good about it. And at that bus stop, sometimes it was a school bus as well. So sometimes there's other people waiting, like kids for the school.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be there. I'm an adult. I'm human, normal human adult. Try to put on a normal face. The cat's there.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, boy. And I'm trying to ignore the cat that's trying to show me affection and not ownership. She jumps on top of the bus shelter, and what the fuck happens? A single-decker bus comes along. Oh my god. And I swear she was looking at jumping on top of that bus. So I'm like, mittens? No, down. And then everyone now knows that was my cat at the time. Yeah. So, oh no. So I then proceeded to get her down and take her home. But yeah. So cats can be a nuisance. They love their parents. They do show affection. They know. Yeah, cats are awesome. Dogs, I used to hate them. I used to hate cats growing up. But then I didn't grow up with nice cats.
They are quite. I feel like cats. You'll get a good cat and a bad cat.
Yeah.
Whereas there's a I think it's an Instagram or there's some group of we rate dogs, and it's just all dogs are. I showed Jackson a while ago before we went on holiday, and I was like, all dogs are. If you rate them out of 10, I've never rated a dog lower than 11, right?
Yeah.
So that's how dogs work. So all dogs, I think, they're just all great people. They're like just every dog you meet, even if they're a complete bellend, I've never met an arsehole dog. Sometimes you see a dog and I'm like, oh, you're a bit fucked up, because I don't know, you can see it and they're like, oh, okay, because they wear it on their sleeve. Even if they're super aggro, you're like, oh yeah, you've had a bad time. I can see it. And you should really look at people that way, to be fair, but you don't give them. I tend to give benefit of the doubt with dogs way more.
Well, you look at a bad dog. Again, you look at the browsing videos that you see. It's this dog's been mistreated, and they're like, that dog's like, fuck you, I hate you, and you see how they go, here's my hand, sniff it, and then over time they're like, I trust you, and then you see 2 years later, and that dog's like all over, I'm climbing on you, I love you, you're my new human. Yeah. But it's because if you treat them like shit, they're going to come back to you like shit. But then if you're good to them, mate, they're going to fucking love you.
Yeah, I'm on team dog. I think it's so nice when a cat's nice, but with a dog, he's like, of course they're nice. They're dogs. Yeah. It's given, and just all dogs are just because they're. I don't know. Cats and dogs, they're both lovely. Big fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Conclusion.
Marmots don't like them.
No?
Never met a nice marmot.
Okay, conclusion this week. Marmots can suck a dick, and cats and dogs great. 15 out of 10. Good job, guys. Well done. Night.
Yeah. Right. Puddings. Puddings are a wonderful thing. You can finish off a perfectly good meal with a pudding. You can also have pudding with breakfast. Lunchtime puddings is rarely heard of, but it could be a thing. A late night pudding can sometimes suffice and finish off what's a perfect day. Puddings are perfect and practically precise to place preceding or penultimate whilst preceding papers or plastic or professional practices, so purchase a pudding and pen not towards perfection and can pretty much place the perfect ending to people's days. Puddings.com